Just be out with us for a 7-day sailing to the southern Caribbean islands on the Norwegian Epic.
Well, just how epic is this ship? We're going to be taking you on a full walking tour on all the floors. This way, you can make a better decision whether or not you want to come on the ship.
If you're new to our channel, my name is Irina.
And I'm Devon.
And we're Just Be Out. We create informative travel videos so you get the most out of your vacation. We're on deck 5 forward, and this is where you will find the gallery. So we're technically not really allowed to be filming in the gallery, so we'll just make a quick loop. Here you will find 4 elevators on one side and 4 elevators on the other side, and there are restrooms here. What's different about this ship is that the elevators programmed differently. On the forward floors, the elevators go all the way down to deck 5. The midship elevators don't, but don't worry, we will show you another way to get to deck 5 if you are in the midship. So right now we are passing by the photo gallery.
And what's really cool is that the photo gallery is right next to the art gallery, so that kind of makes sense. The photo gallery is actually really big. And spacious, actually.
And over here, yeah, usually on all the ships there is just a little corridor for the photo gallery. Here it's pretty big. And here is one of the card rooms. Let's take a quick peek.
So this is card and games. They have a whole bunch of different board games. Really cool.
And this little corridor will lead you to the library and the internet cafe. Usually the library and the internet are different rooms, but over here it's really weird how they put them together. So technically the library is supposed to be a quiet place, right? But if you have issues with your internet and you have to talk, well, you know, no more quietness for you.
So yes, that's really weird that they would put the internet, when you need to get your internet connected, they put it in the library, so it's very hard to communicate without whispering.
Over here is one of the specialty dining restaurants. It's called La Bistro, and this is French, right? Okay. Huh? Okay. So it's nicely decorated, looks intimate. You can just pick through here, so we don't need to go all the way inside.
Beautiful dining area. There's 2 different sides to dining. We'll just take a quick peek here. Show you what it looks like. Really beautiful space.
Now we are heading to the midship, and that is where the Atrium is. It's going to get a little bit loud because they are doing some type of game or trivia there. So we will just pass by quickly that area, and that is also where you will find the reception and guest services.
So here they're playing games.
So let's look over here. Here's the stand for your shore excursions. If you want to book, of course it's best to book it online, but if you have any cancellations, any problems with your excursions, maybe you need more questions, that is where you will get your questions answered. This is Cruise Next stand. They always do some type of deals to get you back on the ship, so they offer this Cruise Next. Here's a little sitting area, waiting area, and this is guest services area.
Let's go. Question number 12. Which city-state has its own time zone and no daylight savings? ¿Qué ciudad está
Here you can see they have a really large screen. They also play movies in this area. And of course, all NCL ships have Starbucks. If you're a Starbucks lover, drop a comment below. And over here you have a bar, and at the end there is Taste Restaurant. This restaurant is for a regular dining area, for your main dining. This is considered more of a casual dining area. The waiting area is pretty nice, but the inside actually doesn't match. Let's go inside. So the front and center looks really beautiful with the centerpiece chandelier, and you can see through almost like an atrium through 2 more floors up. So this area looks really nice, but when you go to the side, that's when the decor kind of does not match, and it gets looks really old and outdated. You have this stained glass window shutters, exposed brick, and right now it looks kind of colorful and fun, but comes evening time, it is super dark here. It looks like a basement or a dungeon. Now let's head out from here. And we are creating Norwegian Epic first impressions video and Norwegian Epic pros and cons video. And right to the side of Taste, there are escalators to go up to the 6th deck. And as I mentioned before, if you are in the middle of deck 6 and trying to get down to deck 5, you actually need to take the escalators. So let's look first to the front of the ship. There is a pretty large casino here on the Norwegian Epic. If you like gambling, leave us comments below. Are you a gambler?
Yes, this casino is actually really large. It spans almost the entire 6th floor.
There is Bar and Grill Oceans, and right across from it there is also a bar. Well, it's the same bar. So on one side you have sitting down area, and on the other side you have a bar, and you also have a casino to the side. And from this side you can see the colorful panels. That's actually a bowling alley lanes.
Let's go take a look at the bowling alley really quickly. Here's where you get your shoes.
If you're wondering about the price, it is $7 per person per game.
So this alley actually has 3 lanes. Pretty cool.
And from over here again, you can see the main atrium where they have the screen and they play games. And if you would like to participate in the games and trivia, you can actually do it from here. Over here on the side, you will find restrooms, more slot machines for gambling. And this is their Headliners Comedy Club. It's a pretty small comedy club, and it does get really packed. They also play music here sometimes. They have a bar in the corner, they have bar service, so when you're sitting down watching the show, you can actually get drinks brought to you by the waiter. We watched the comedian shows here and they were really good. And deck 6 forward, we have Epic Theater.
Another set of elevators on both sides.
And restrooms to the side of the theater.
And at the moment, the theater is closed. There's the set of other elevators.
And in the middle you have a chandelier and deck 7 bridge and overview. And here in the corner you also have an event space where they do hold some private functions. It's called
Special tent. So again, it's for private functions.
This was only a half of deck 6, so let's head back and loop over. We will show you another spot. I really like how the ceiling has little lights in there. It's a really nice updated decor for the interior. I actually didn't see this hallway. So this leads us to the other side of the oceans. And you have some games here. Like an arcade style.
Dropping your dice. Line up.
We're heading back through the casino. We're midship, deck 6, and here's where you find the escalators down to deck 5. We will loop around through the other side of the casino. Again, here you will see beautiful chandelier centerpiece. And here you can actually look down to the Taste restaurant where we just were on deck 5. And from here you can see deck 7 as well.
And of course, again, there are slot machines on both sides. We're just gonna walk through here really quickly. As you can see, this casino is really large. It spans almost the entire floor. This is actually one of the biggest casinos we've seen on a ship.
That's right. And this is another specialty restaurant. It's called Shanghai. So this is Chinese restaurant. And right across from it, there is another pub, the Cavern. They also have some performances, live music in there. Like there's some type of event going on here.
So there was some type of event going on in there. And now we're at the back of the ship, and as you can see, there's still a few slot machines, and it ends with a bar and the Manhattan Room restaurant.
So these elevators here do not go on deck 5. If you go in, it says deck 4, but they do not stop at deck 5. Right now,
Which means the only way for you to get down to deck 5 is by going midship and then taking the 2 escalators on either side down.
so now let's take the stairs up to deck 7. We are on deck 7 at the back of the ship. Here you will find 2 more specialty dining restaurants, Cagney's Steakhouse and Moderna Churrasqueria. They also have some wine tastings here, so let's just go in and take a look. As you walk in, there's again a lot of wood. For steakhouse, it's usually darker, so it's appropriate decorations here. A lot of seating area for waiting. A large center bar. So if you like specialty dining, if you would like to purchase a package, these are the restaurants that you can choose.
Every time you come to this restaurant, whether it's open or not, the smell just smells so good.
And now let's go and see what else deck 7 has to offer. From here you have the opening with the chandelier going through towards the deck 6. You can see the bar and some slot machines. You can actually hear the slot machines from here.
There are also 2 sets of elevators again on the right hand side and also here on the left.
There is a cool overpass bridge. There's a barber shop on the other side. Somebody's getting their fresh cut.
And there's a barber shop there. There's little nooks, little areas where you can just lounge.
Well, you can also get some drinks. There is a drink menu for you, and this is a cigar lounge actually. One of the few places where you could smoke on the ship. Let's just take a quick peek. Oh, smells like cigars. Yeah, we're not going there. I cannot handle this cigar scent.
So just note, if you are hanging out in this area, you are going to smell cigar.
Well, here it does not smell, only in that room. So here's a large bar and some bar tables over here for you. Right across there is a liquor shop where you can purchase some duty-free liquor.
So this is the liquor shop, and in here, this is the only place you will find things that you might need: toothpaste, toothbrush. We notice it's very tiny. Here you have some baby wipes. You could basically list the things: Kleenex, Pampers. Just a small convenience area.
Very
not much
limited
at all.
selection.
Very limited.
And if you've seen our Bahamas series, we told you this rum cake is awesome. It's a must try. It's so aromatic, moist. So much rum in there.
Yeah,
This
yes.
is delicious.
A lot of rum. So if you see this here, you should definitely try it, and you'll get a lot of it in Bahamas. How are you?
Let's take a quick look at the barbershop.
So since we're here, we're just gonna pop into the barbershop for a second. There's the barbershop. Really cool.
Usually, actually, the barbershop is together with hair salons on other ships that we've seen, but here it's a separate shop. It's pretty cool. I like the idea of it being a separate room. And this is still a continuation of this bar with some lounging chairs.
We notice the ship does have a lot of lounging areas, as you can see. Plenty of seating.
Here is another specialty dining restaurant. It's called Wasabi. Here, if you are craving sushi, this is where you will find it. It's a little weird that it's going all the way into the common area, so it doesn't feel as private. And it goes right into teppanyaki restaurant, where you can see the show with the food, them making some heart out of rice and flipping food and just tossing it into your plate. So it's like a show and
Dining at the same time.
yeah.
Yeah, so you notice how these restaurants just basically merge together and they're separated by just this door. If you didn't know, you would walk into teppanyaki right through the sushi area. And here's the sushi restaurant. And teppanyaki actually goes around to that side.
And on the opposite side, you will find Shakers, Martini, and Champagne Bar. This area is really cool because I think somebody's right now doing some tastings of cocktails and martinis. And from here, I believe you can also enter the cigar lounge. Yes. So if you go straight ahead, you will see the cigar lounge and you can enter from here as well.
So the last time we passed by here, it was vodka tasting.
Yeah, here is the staircase to access deck 6 and deck 5 as well.
And here we have the ice bar, which is really cool. We haven't had a chance to go in there as yet, but when we do, we'll show you what it looks like. And it's basically a bar. It's really cold in there. They give you a coat, scarf, gloves, everything you need. And you go in and you have a shot of vodka made of ice, I guess. The glass is made of ice.
Just watch out for your toes. Don't go in there with slippers because you will get cold. From here, you will also see the taste dining area, the centerpiece of the chandelier, and over here you can see the casino and the escalator to go down to the 5th deck.
And the other side, you can see that's the other side of the teppanyaki area we were just in. And now we're approaching the front of the ship.
We're still on deck 7, and this is mostly the shopping area, Trade Winds shopping area.
And here we have another store where you can get apparel, Norwegian apparel, shorts, t-shirts, hoodies, bags, all your cruise ship needs, and some alcohol.
On the other side, you have a luxury jewelry store and watches.
And here you have jewelry, watches, shades. You will hear.
Next up is the best of beauty. You will find perfumes, cosmetics, makeup here.
Here, another shop with just handbags, women's accessories, backpacks, more jewelry, trade winds.
And we are all the way to the front of the ship on deck 7. Here you will find a set of elevators again, the chandelier, and from here you can see the elevators from deck 6 where we were at the Epic Theater, and right to the front there is Bliss Lounge. Let's see if we can get in, if it's open.
Let's see if Bliss Lounge is open. And it is.
Yes, it is. Hello.
So it's cool. These are all chains, like free-flowing chains.
I think it's a perfect design for a lounge, for a club area. You have a large bar in the center, you have lots of lounging chairs.
A lot of little nooks and crannies here. Again, all the areas are separated by these chain curtains, which is really cool. This Bliss is actually pretty huge.
In the middle you have a hardwood dance floor. In the evening they also hold a lot of events here, games, entertainment.
And this side mirrors the other side. So again, much more lounging space, and it runs the length of the lounge. As you can see, it's kind of dark in here. The wood color is dark brown, the furniture is black, the carpet is black. So it looks really dark in here, which is, I guess, for a lounge, it's not bad. But we've been on other cruise ships where the lounge is very loud with yellow furnitures and red and all different colors. So it's like a little bit more lively. This is
I like this
definitely-
style though.
Yeah, I do
think
like the style. It's more of a nightclub feel where everything is dark. So it works.
I think it's stylish. Now deck 8, deck 9, we have some staterooms. Our stateroom is actually located on deck 9. We have an inside stateroom. How about a tour of our stateroom? What do you think? Shall we go? Let's go on deck 9. Welcome to our state cabin on the Norwegian Epic. As soon as you walk in, well, you walk in straight into the bathroom area. There is the toilet on my right hand side, and right across from it, it's very tight. Right across from it, there is a shower, a stand-up shower, separated by the sliding doors. And over here you just have a curtain for your privacy, if you can say there is any privacy here. Then there is a sink, mirror for your medicine cabinet, a little bit of shelf space. Right underneath you have soap, and here there's a garbage bin. Right behind this chair there's 3 drawers, a little bit of a desk space, a couple of shelves right under, and right over the desk space there is also more shelves with a mini fridge, and the TV. And the most of the room, of course, the bed takes up, and on this side opposite from the sink there is a large closet. The doors open up, the closet light up, so you have your hanging space, some hanging drawers the safe box, and more shelf space. We just checked in and I already see some pros and the cons of this stateroom, and of course we will share all the pros and cons of the Norwegian Epic in the upcoming videos, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and click the notification button so you don't miss when we publish our next video. If you're a solo traveler and CL Epic got you, they have a specialty lounge. It's called Studio Lounge for solo travelers only. You have to have a key card. If you're a solo traveler, that's the only way it will work. Our key card did not work. The attendant let us in just to show you the space. So they have a bar here, some lounging chairs, the mingling space. They do some games here. So we can take a look around. It is located on deck 11 between the elevators, the front elevators. So there are two sets of elevators on the left and on the right side, and in between you will find this lounge. And this door actually leads you to the cabins for solo travelers. This lounge also extends up to the deck 12, and we can just go up and take a look. And over here it's just access to your single studio rooms. Ta-da! We're back towards the elevators. This is a deck 12, only has cabins and access to the lounge. As we promised, we are taking you through all the spots where make sure you don't miss when you sail on the Norwegian Epic. Now we are on deck 13 all the way forward to show you the viewing bridge room. To get here you need to take the forward elevators and go through the corridor for just regular cabins and walk all the way to the front. And this is the bridge room.
Okay. Okay, ready to show up. I'm ready to go.
2,394 Metal is 1,931 bottles of beer consumed a day.
I haven't had any.
Did you add to that?
What do you say?
1,931 bottles of beer consumed a day.
In this place?
Yeah, 2,400 deck chairs. Facts, here. They have 35 million kilograms of steel. 8,000 necktie-sized cars. Pretty heavy. Pretty impressive. Who's Captain of the World, baby? That's where is that TV? Of taste.
This room is really cool.
I actually never been to a room like this, and I don't think other ships have such room. Let us know in the comments if they do. But this is really cool because you can see captain's crew in action working.
You can see the captain actually in his chair.
Oh yeah, and you can see the view that they see, the most important crew.
And in this corner here, they have a screen with facts, different facts about how big the cruise ship is, and different videos of the ship, which is really cool. And here they actually show the direction the ship is sailing and different instrument panels as far as the speed and everything else. Here's a few facts. The deck chairs, 2,395 deck chairs. Wow.
So this is it for deck 13. Now let's head up to deck 14. We're now on deck 14, all the way forward. This is where you will find another specialty restaurant called La Cucina. And this is an Italian restaurant. From here, from the center, if you look up, you see deck 15 Garden Cafe. And you can access this restaurant either by walking down from deck 15 through the staircase right here, or if you need wheelchair access, you can also go through the staterooms corridor and access it with a wheelchair. So let's just walk through the restaurant. Right now they're getting ready for dinner. And of course, daytime you get gorgeous views of the sea or of the ocean wherever you are sailing. If you're enjoying this video, don't forget to click like. We would really appreciate it. This is the staircase up to deck 15 to the Garden Cafe. But deck 14 has other things to offer, so we will quickly go to other parts of deck 14. As I mentioned before, this is the wheelchair access for La Cucina. And it just goes to the corridor of all the staterooms. Now let's head over to Splash Academy on deck 14. On deck 14 forward, right between elevators, you will find Splash Kids Club. It starts off with the reception. Right now it is empty, so we can do a little video. There are restrooms here, chairs, tables, and a pretty spacious area for Splash Academy.
So I guess it's partitioned and there's activities that happen in this room, maybe dancing and different things. I see strobe lights in the ceiling, so they must do some type of dancing and different activities here with the kids. And this is partitioned, so you can open it and it can become bigger.
And they also separated for different ages, so they can accommodate kids for different ages. And on the other side, you have this cute little princess walkway to get to another zone of the Splash Academy Club. And this is their theater, and it's carpeted. Kids can sit on the floor and watch some cartoons. This is it for deck 14 forward. Now we're heading to the back of the ship to take a look at their spa and the fitness club. We are now on deck 14 at the back of the ship, and as soon as you walk out of the elevator, you will see the spa reception area where you can even inquire about some treatments. And on the opposite side, there is just a waiting area and shops all around. And from here, you can also access the Pulse Fitness Center. Hello. Here is the hair salon and nail salon.
All these products.
Smells so good.
If you want to get your manicure, pedicure.
So the setup over here is a little bit different. Usually the spa, you have to walk into the spa even to get to the reception, but here is more open. And this is the entrance to the Pulse Fitness Center. You have reception, consulting rooms here. Lots of cardio machines, of course, with sea view.
This gym is massive. This is one of the biggest gyms that we've seen on a cruise ship. So many treadmills, ellipticals, and here on the right hand side you'll have all your free weights and different machines to work out different parts of the body.
I actually wish we had more sea days so we can actually use the gym, but after being on the sun all day and filming all day, we are pretty tired, but this gym looks really good and I would have loved to use that.
There are your free weights. And again, more machines.
This is Ride Fitness Studio where you can take cycling classes. The cycling classes are for additional charge.
Pretty awesome room.
There is another fitness studio with a large mirror and hardwood floors. It's really nice.
You can do yoga here, some stretching. There's some mirrors. And here you have kind of like the CrossFit area.
Kickboxing and TRX classes, and they're also for additional charge.
You have all the weights down there, the ropes, medicine balls. Really cool.
And you can access that room through the staircase over here. Next, we will head on to the outside facilities of the Norwegian Epic. We are now on deck 15 forward, and this is where you will find Garden Cafe. It is open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. They're resetting between breakfast and lunch right now, so it is closed, but we will take a quick look so you can see what it looks like, what the seating arrangements look like.
Hello, ma'am. Good afternoon.
Hello. Here is a bar and beverages. You can get some drinks, coffee, and also fresh squeezed juice.
At this point, they're preparing for lunch. Breakfast just finished. a little while ago, so that's the reason why they're closing the garden cafe.
And that's also the reason why it looks so empty. There's a regular beverage station that is available for all the guests. And this is the very front of the ship with front window view. And from here, the rails that you see here is the entrance to LUCIA, where we just were on deck 14 forward.
Another beverage station here. So this side basically just mirrors the other side that we just saw. Looks around. Pizzas are being made, getting ready for lunch. Lunch items already out. And here we're back where we started. New desserts being put out, pastries. I think there might just be a few areas, so this area here is still doing breakfast. French toast, pancakes, omelets.
Now we are approaching the open area of the ship of deck 15. Right as soon as you walk out, you will see a large seating area for the outdoors, and on the side you have some options for your food. If it's breakfast, they have breakfast options, and for lunch they also have some food here as well.
So out here there's still there's two stations. The one I just passed and this station here, where basically there's still a few breakfast items available.
This is the elevator area where we just started on deck 15. And this is the main walkway towards the pool area. On both sides here you can find tables for outdoor dining option. And this walkway leads you towards the pool area. This is the main pool bar. It is always crowded and people stand in line to get drinks. Right behind it there is ladies' bathrooms. On the opposite side you will find the towel station, and behind the towel station there is men's bathroom. In the center there is a stage for live performances. They also do games here. Right now they are in between shows, so it's more quiet. We are on deck 15 midship, and this is the main pool area. Most of the center space is empty and they have only two small pools. Lounge and chairs are set up all over the pool area, in the shade and in the sun. We are also doing Norwegian Epic pros and cons, so be sure to subscribe to our channel. Click the notification button so you don't miss when we publish our next video. On this side of the ship there are two jacuzzis with canopies. As you can see, there is a lot of empty space in the center, in between pools. Both pools are family friendly, so adults and kids can enjoy these pools. One of the water slides brings you here to the mid deck. This is where you can get the tubes and then go back up to the slide. There are 3 more jacuzzis here. So there are total 5 jacuzzis in this area specifically. This is the Epic Plunge water slide, and you do need to get a tube. tubes are very limited, by the way.
And there are 3 jacuzzis on this side, as well as 2 on the opposite side that we just passed.
There are plenty of lounging chairs all around, showers. And this is the kids aqua park.
So here's miniature golf for kids. Really cool. On our left, we have rock climbing.
This looks like a pretty challenging rock climbing wall. She's doing pretty good. And next we head into the back of the ship. Over here, there is a gaming room. It's kind of hidden, so it only opens in the evening. Let's see if we can take a quick peek inside. This is teens only club. Oh, I think it's 13 to 17.
And here are 2 sets of elevators. And also on the opposite side, there's another set of elevators here behind these tinted glass. And now we are pretty much towards the rear of the ship. This is Spice H2O. And last night they had a glow party back here.
Before 6 p.m. it is adults only. They have a large screen. Here they showed right now some information about St. Lucia that we're about to dock in a couple of hours. There is a very small pool here, and by either side of the pool there is
2 jacuzzis.
yeah, 1 jacuzzi on each side.
Plenty of lounging area, as you can see, so you can get some sun.
Yeah, there is a bar upstairs. Let's go take a look. So deck 16 at the back of the ship has a bar, and it only comes to from the back of the ship like this. There are restrooms on both sides. And this is also a smoking area.
And here we have the sports facilities where they do soccer, basketball, volleyball. It's actually a pretty big court. There you see the lower level.
And this is it for the back of the ship. We are going to go back to the middle on deck 15 and show you what other floors have to offer in the front of the ship, because that is the only way you can access it from the front of the ship. We are back on deck 15 on the mid of the ship, right next to the kids splash zone, and from here we can take the stairs to deck 16. And deck 16 only a sun deck. You will find some lounges there, and it's also an observation deck as well. From here you can also access not roller coaster, water slides. And this deck 16 just goes around just the mid of the ship, and from here you can see all the main area, the pool, the slides, jacuzzis, and the center stage where they do some games and a lot of performances. From here you can see there's a lot of space that is not utilized for the pools. The pools are very small.
Alright, so we're gonna start. You have to face that way.
And we're filming
One of you will be throwing
Norwegian Epic pros and cons, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and click the bell notification so you don't miss when that video is published. This is a sun deck, but it doesn't wrap all the way around to the other side.
We still have another day on board. Ready? 3, 2, 1, and throw the beanbag. Oh, closer. Almost there.
So from over here you see the 2 tubes. Those are actually elevators to go up to another sun deck, which we will take you shortly.
Alright, so now, ladies, get in the room, please.
So let's go down to deck 15 and then we'll see you on deck 18. Right next to Garden Cafe you will find 2 outdoor elevators right here. But these elevators are only for having guests. You do need a card to make sure you're a having guest, and that's the only way you can hold the elevator. This elevator goes to the 2 floors that are reserved for having guests, deck 16 forward and deck 17 forward. And there is also on deck 18 there is a private wash club that is also reserved for having guests only. So to get to deck 18 you would actually need to take the stairs or the elevator to deck 16 and then walk 1 deck up. This is the entrance to Posh Private Beach Club for having guests only. And on the opposite side, there is a public sun deck. It's much quieter here. There is a lot of space. It is a really nice observation deck here. We are approaching St. Lucia, so the views are fantastic here.
And again, we're at the front of the ship now.
On deck 18. And they also call it Sun Deck Quiet Zone. And it is nice and quiet here. So if you want to get away from all the music and just relax, this is the perfect spot for you. As you can see, it's pretty big. It wraps all the way around the front of the ship. And technically, this ship does have 18 decks, but 19 decks, but deck 19 is actually reserved for staff, so it's not accessible for guests.
And as you can see, back where we just came from, that's a dead end. The only way to get back to the exit entrance where we came in is to cut back across and exit the same way we entered.
Oh, much less wind here.
And here's another entrance and exit.
Just found out that the second elevator, the outdoors elevator from Garden Cafe, actually does go to this part of the deck. So wheelchair accessibility can access it from deck 15 Garden Cafe and take the elevator all the way up to deck 18. And this is it for the Norwegian Epic full ship walk-in tour. Remember, we're filming lots of content for all the stops, walk-in tours for all the stops, pros and cons of the ships, first impressions, and next we're heading to Royal Caribbean Voyager of the Seas. This is 2 back-to-back South Caribbean cruises, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and click the bell notification so you don't miss when we publish our next video. We thank all our YouTube members, and if you would like to support our channel, consider joining our membership or just click a heart button below this video. Thank you so much for watching, and as usual, just be out with us.
Cheese!